and I just moved out of my parents' house, and now I am extremely poor. I make $40,000 a year, okay? And I would spend every paycheck towards stupid stuff.
I love press-on nails, and I just saw these. Need them. Why are these so cute? Need them.
Look, the cute gonna get y'all every time.
Why is this so cute?
Jesus, take the wheel. She's pretty, but she's broke. I know. Some of you think that's impossible, but what is this?
I'm over people saying that my life is rage bait. I am a joke. Let me just tell you about my situation. So a few months ago, I lived at home. I didn't have any bills besides my car. I bought my car. I make $40,000 a year, okay? And I would spend every paycheck towards stupid stuff like filler, my boob job, designer bags, all that stuff. Mind you, I put it all on credit cards too. So I have that. You look at—
Can it get any worse? Can it? $40,000 a year. She got new headlights. That's her business. I'm not headlight clocking. Then she says she has filler and credit card debt. I'm scared. Red flags are going off.
it all on credit cards too. So I have that. You look at my face, you think, oh, I'm well off, I'm rich. It could be more opposite than that. Looking back, yeah, I should have saved, but I thought that I would be living with my parents for some time. And now I'm trying to pay off $30,000 in debt while also trying to live life myself. And what I mean by myself is like I rent a room, there's no AC in it. I pay gas, I pay groceries, I pay insurance, I pay like over $2,000 in bills itself. And I barely make $3,000 a month. This one guy was like, you have all these rings, you have lip filler, you have lashes. Okay, let's break down the cost of everything. My lashes, I get them on Amazon for $11. Last me 2 months, okay? Hair, just bleached it myself. These are tape-ins that I do myself.
Girl, not the tape-in slipping. Trying to focus.
I ordered the tape-ins on Afterpay. I'm paying like $20 a month for them. My nails. My mom has a membership at CVS that I still use to this day. That's $10 off every month. So guess what? My nails are free. They're free. Do I go to the salon and get them done? No, they're press-ons. My lips. The last time I got lip filler was like 3 years ago. I've always had makeup. I get all of my accessories, all of my jewelry from my store where I work at, where I get credit for selling things because we're a consignment shop as well. Again, looking at me, you would never know that. Just assume like I have everything. I get my lashes done professionally, which these are clusters, $11 clusters on Amazon. So these sunglasses have no brand to me. They were sent to me free on TikTok. All my clothes are mostly from my store that I work at. Get them at a really good discount, and I bring in stuff to consign. So I get all of these jewelry pieces basically for free for trading in my clothes and doing consignment and all that. All my parents were doing were really just not charging me rent. Now I pay rent. Now I pay $800 a month for my Jeep Wrangler that, again, everyone's like, just talk to your dad. We'll have that uncomfortable conversation with him. You don't know what happened between us.
Ma'am, $800 a month for a Jeep Wrangler? Did I hear that wrong? I won't be gaslit today. I don't even need to go back. Actually, Sheila, just run it back. Run it back, Sheila.
Now I pay $800 a month for my Jeep Wrangler.
She did say that, right? There is so much to unpack here. And before I keep it extremely honest and real with you all, I first want to say I love that she is thrifty and resourceful as far as doing things for her upkeep that are within her price range. There's nothing wrong with press-ons over going to the nail salon if that's what you can afford. There's nothing wrong with the tape-ins. If that's your thing, do your thing. If that's what's within your budget. Okay, that's not the part that's getting me. Not even the fact that she gets some of the stuff from TikTok shop and she shops at consignment stores and things like that, because I love a good thrift store. This shirt is from Goodwill. And the way she looks, in my opinion, is a testament to the fact that you can shop on a budget and still look fashionable and still look good. Okay, so let's start there. The part that is interesting to me is that she was hinting at the fact that she was living with her parents and balling out of control. Let's just be honest. She sounds like she was balling out of control. She got new headlights, her business. She said she was racking up credit card debt. Now, could she have been battling some other things? I don't know. But I will say this. When you are living with your parents, young folks, that is not the time to just spend and buy cutesy stuff just because you can, because you live with your parents. That is the time to set yourself up for the future. Whatever your future goals are, that is the time to stack up your bread. And I feel like it was a missed opportunity for her. Also, a $800 per month Jeep Wrangler. I don't know how old she is, but if you ain't got Jeep Wrangler money, I don't know why you have a Jeep Wrangler. I can't offer $30,000 a year. If that's what you're, no, I'm sorry. She said $40,000. Out of $40,000 a year, if that's what you're bringing in, $3,000 a month. You mean to tell me $800 of that is going to a Jeep Wrangler car note? Is that, and that's before insurance? I don't know, can't confirm nor deny. Nonetheless, ridiculous, ridiculous. That's dang near 1/3 of the budget, just to the car. Cause we're not even talking about the gas, the upkeep. Okay, my, I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
I'm not going to sit here and explain why I'm not talking to my dad. And I don't need people to sit here and tell me you need to talk to your dad or that's disrespectful, whatever. You don't know my life. Okay? And someone was like, you have 80,000 followers. You're not lonely. Huh? Realized how expensive it is moving out. And that's why I want to sit here and vocalize on TikTok my experience living financially by myself and why it's so hard. But people want to come on here and say that I'm not broke. Oh, do you guys know my life story? Oh, do you know my bank account? Oh, do you know my pay stubs? No, I don't think you do. It's just crazy how like someone can judge you off of a 30-second video and be like, oh yeah, this girl's rich. Hey, having lip filler, having a boob job, having all these rings, okay? Doesn't mean shit. You know how many people pretend to be rich? And they're not. I'm not even pretending to be rich. I just like these and we sell these at the store. So I physically have to go every day to my work and dress up. I have to wear makeup. I have to do my hair. I model the clothes. First of all, that's literally my job title is I'm a model. Anyways, my life is not rage bait. This is actually my real life. Really anybody that I know could tell you that this is my life and this is how I've always lived. So yeah, no, my life is not rage bait. Thank you guys so much for your input.
I've done many videos on this channel talking about the fact that I don't want y'all to be pretty and broke. However, it's an epidemic sweeping the nation. Can't confirm nor deny what is in the water. However, I want to make sure I say the right words here. There is nothing wrong with being pretty and being broke. Okay, I want to start there. Sometimes life just is life. Sometimes you start off your adult life with not much resources. Okay, cool. And you might be a pretty person down on their luck and you're broke. And I don't want to broke shame anyone. I just want to spread awareness that it is really hard. Unmess up a lot of the mistakes you make when you're younger, doing things to keep up a certain appearance, especially when you really don't have the money. And I'd also have to say, I agree with her about the fact that you can't just look at somebody and be like, yeah, she's rich. This is where a lot of y'all got the game messed up, and this is how they get you. You look at people online and you're like, oh my gosh, they have this, they have that. They are only showing you whatever they want to show you, okay? When you go on social media, I think you should just go on here with the idea that possibly the person that you are idolizing and put so high up on this pedestal that you've created for them might not meet your expectations if you knew them in real life. Now, I'm not saying that's the case for everybody, but people will let you down. Okay, people will let you down if you knew the real, you know? And when you're judging people off of all this superficial stuff, first of all, it says a lot. It really does say a lot. So many people get on social media pretending to be rich. Some of them even get on social media pretending to be poor on beg talk. Just think about it. There are people who make fake scenarios and fake stories about, oh, I'm going through this hardship, blah, blah, blah. The story isn't even real. Okay, you never really know. And I will say this, everybody doesn't look like what they've been through, you know? Because if that was the case, some of us would be out here looking down bad, right? Would we not? Now, I'll definitely say this, she's pretty. She's definitely pretty. But since when did seeing people who look pretty online mean that they're rich? Or like, oh, they got this on, they look well put together. Y'all, this right here is from Amazon. It's like $8, these earrings. They're not real gold. And this necklace is fake. It's fake. This hair is mine. A gift from God. A gift from God. Grown out and maintained by me. Fresh retie could have cost $150 to $300 on me. Just got done like 4 days ago. It took me like 3 days to do. Nails, natural. These aren't fake. These are my real nails. Builder gel on top. A little almond shape, if you will. A little clear coat because I like a little something to go with every outfit. Shirt, Goodwill. You don't have to do the absolute most to look halfway decent. Okay, you know, throw on a little lip gloss, this Laneige, I don't even know how to say it. Lip gloss, look, keep a few on deck, few different tints. Moisturize your face and drink some water. What? Keep it simple. But ma'am, I'm concerned about this $800 a month car note while making $40,000 a year with $30,000 in debt. My. But I appreciate her transparency. You see, a lot of y'all think that people who are easy on the eyes don't go through stuff. Like everything is just fine. And at the end of the day, what did John Legend say? We're just ordinary people. We don't know which way to go. We don't. Everybody is just trying to figure it out. So I applaud her actually for coming on here and telling y'all that this delusional world that a lot of people think is reality on social media is all in some of y'all's head. It is. These assumptions that people have made, these stories, these ideas that people make up on a lot of people that they don't know, crazy. But what's even crazier is this girl's telling you, hey, I'm in debt from getting my headlights fixed and consumer spending on a credit card. And everything else is real thrifty about me. But when I got an $800 a month Jeep Wrangler, it's a lot. Now she comments at the top, I really wish I was kidding. No, I believe you. I do. I believe you. Because a lot of people who are aesthetically pleasing are broke. I'm not saying that to shame her. This is just off of the statistics of how much debt the average American is in. I don't care how pretty you are or what it looks like, what type of car you drive. The statistics on the average American would make me believe, as a normal person, most people aren't doing as well as they would like to let on. And the nuance to that is many people are doing quite well and they look well too. So the thing is, stop walking around judging off of what you see if somebody got it or not, because you don't know. I don't care what they drive. I don't care what your assumption of rich looks like. You really don't know. The best thing to do is just walk around and not give it, like, actually don't care. Don't care. Cause unless it's a conversation that we're having in truth, it probably don't matter to your life. Right? Because if we're being honest, most people are looking at the things that other people have in jealousy or because they want to compare what they have to that person. It has nothing to do with anything else. They just like, oh, you have this, but she also has debt, a lot of it. Let me go to these comments. It says, become a server and make that 30K in like 4 months. You got this, queen. She said, I've applied, going in person on Monday. So she's trying to get a server job now. Others saying, finally, somebody that is honest. You know what? I'm not even mad at this. Another comment saying, and she still looks expensive. I think she looks well put together. I do. And the comments are pretty much telling her, hey, if you get into the service industry or serving food, drink, something, they're saying she would make a killing. I can't confirm nor deny, but as somebody who used to be in the service industry as a waitress, I think she will. I think she would. I do. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Yeah, she posted this not long ago. It says a realistic day in the life as a lonely 24-year-old. So she's 24, maybe 25 if she's had a birthday since this. Kind of scared.
Spend a day off with someone who has one friend and no boyfriend. Hi, if you're new here, my name is Shauna. My life is kind of a mess right now, but today I'm dog sitting for my boss and she gave me $100 to treat myself. So we're gonna go spend it because honestly, I don't really have anything else to do. A few weeks ago, I got kicked out of my house. I'm figuring out life without family and honestly, I really can't afford it. I moved out completely on my own and my best friend and I aren't friends anymore. I survived yet another traumatic talking stage and somehow convinced me I wasn't enough. Oh, and I'm off my antidepressants, so my emotions are definitely doing their own thing. I just got 10 stitches in my back, so every little movement hurts. Anyways, first stop is Sally's Beauty because I attempted to do tape-in extensions myself, which may or may not have been a mistake. Also, if you got something to say about my eyelashes, shut up! Then I gotta go to Trader Joe's because one of my customers gave me a gift card that's basically funding today's adventure. Because from the outside, this probably looks like a girl running errands on her day off, but sometimes the loneliest days are the quiet ones. But here's something that I've been realizing, rock bottom, it's weird. It's painful, it's lonely. It's also the first place where you get to finally build your life that's actually yours. But for the first time, I realized that this is actually my beginning. I'm still heartbroken, still broke, trying to figure out everything, but somehow I feel glorious. But maybe this is what starting over feels like. I'm super emotional today, but at the end of the day, the song Glorious by Macklemore came on, and honestly, it made my day so much because this is the hardest time in my life, but it's gonna be glorious looking on, knowing that I'm starting something by myself. And I want to use my TikTok platform to show everybody that life is not this perfect picture that you see on social media, and all these social media influencers are going on vacations and looking so happy. And life is really hard, and when you look at someone on social media, you have no idea what they're going through. But anyways, welcome to my journey.
I'm on a roller coaster. TikTok roller coaster. You know, she does seem like she's going through a lot. I don't know whose house this is. But I'll say this. Financially, if you're going through something, and I know a lot of y'all love to shop, you may have to cut it back a little. You may have to cut it back a lot. Okay, a lot. When you're on your own, this stuff be adding up, y'all. It really does. Okay, it is more important, in my opinion, when you are by yourself to have an emergency fund. If you don't have one, that's okay. That's okay, because every day is a new day to start new. You can do something that you've never done before today just because you woke up. It's a new day. You could just do $5 every day you wake up. Just $5 for you in the event that you really need it. And the reason I'm saying this is because when you're by yourself, you don't have anybody else to depend on. There is nobody else, if you're really, really on your own, to look at to say, hey, can you send me $100? Can you send me $300? Hey, I'm behind on my car note. None of that. It's just you. You can either go out and make more money or you can cut back, okay? Or budget the money that you're already bringing in, because life for many people, many of us right now, it's expensive. It's expensive. Yesterday's prices aren't today's prices. You don't want to get caught slipping, needing something. And then when you think about where's the money that you could have used on that thing that you really need, go back and think that you were doing a bunch of nonsense. You don't want to go back and think, I don't even know what I spent that money on. Actually, I couldn't tell you. You don't want that to be the case. So I say this with love, y'all, prioritize. And she's expressed she's going through mental things. And I think that's really important to acknowledge. And I also commend her for doing the work that it takes for her to be okay mentally. All of those things are very important to life. Mental health, physical health, your financial health, all of that, very important. And I wanted to point that out because a lot of people think people that look a certain way probably don't go through that sort of thing either. The truth is nobody is exempt. Nobody is exempt.
Hi, my name is Shauna. I am a broke 24-year-old and I just moved out of my parents' house and now I am extremely poor. Let's go shop for my new room that I just moved out into at Marshall's under $100. Come along. Don't be shy.
I should not be shopping for jewelry right now, but their jewelry section is unbeatable. I love press-on nails, and I just saw these. Need them. Why are these so cute? Need them.
Look, the cute gonna get y'all every time. It's gonna get you. It's one thing about the cute stuff. And I know y'all were Symone. It's only $100. That's not the point I'm making here. It's the thought that this isn't the only time you see cute stuff. When you are somebody who has limited resources, debt, you're on your own, habits of grabbing the cutesy stuff is dangerous. It's dangerous, especially when you're like, you don't need it. She even says in so many words here, she doesn't need it, but it's cute. How many people have this sort of mindset when it comes to so many other things? It's the mindless spending behind it. And this is how you rack up stuff that you absolutely do not need because it's cute. You go to Target, you see a tumbler cup, it's cute. You get it. Go to Walmart. You see a pair of shorts. You're like, I got these same exact shorts. I don't need it, but it's so cute. It's cute. You go to Ross, you go to TJ Maxx. Cute, cute, cute. Everywhere you look, everything is cute. It is okay to tell yourself no. Even if it's cheap, you can say, you know what, it's okay. I don't need that. I don't have a good enough use case for this for me to just buy it. And that is okay, y'all. It is actually okay. You're gonna be perfectly fine if you leave the cute stuff on the shelf at the TJ Maxx, at Sephora, Marshall's, Ross, and Trader Joe's. Because this is how a lot of people end up being addicted to shopping. They can't tell themselves no. They cannot do it. And that is a slippery slope to go in, especially when you live by yourself and you really ain't got no money. And I'm not saying she has one. I'm telling you all the realities of having that sort of problem. As somebody who did not like to tell themselves no, getting natural hair products, I'm only speaking from experience. I didn't need it. I got it because it was there. Do you hear me? It was there. It was another fragrance. I said, I ain't got this one. Hold up. And guess what? The next thing I knew, I looked in the back of my shelf and I said, who warehouse is this? I got a hair store. I'm not even lying to y'all. I promise you that is what happened. It was a sale. I said, oh, Wednesday. They had it every Wednesday, the same dang sale. Did it get me? Absolutely. Why? Because I got in the habit. of just going to get it. The products expired before they could even touch my luscious locks. And this was before I had locks. The natural hair journey was a ride. It was a ride. You just had to be there. But I'm speaking from experience. Though my thing might not be the same as what many of you have experienced, I'm telling you, I know what that feels like. That is why I'm saying it's dangerous. I know what it's like to look back and be like, you did too much. You did too much. Now look at you. Look at you. What you gonna do with all this? I know what that is like. I don't care how much sale it was, what the discount was. All that I could do was look and say, dang, even with all those discounts and all those sales and those buy one, get one frees, how much money did you really waste? How much did you waste? And what could you have done with that instead? Now, mind you, I've always been a person who's financially responsible. That doesn't mean I'm perfect. That doesn't mean I'm not flawed. I'm a perfectly flawed individual just like everybody else. And it's okay to see the error in your ways. It's really okay. It's going to be okay to say, you know what? I take it too far sometimes. Like, I need to dial it back. It's okay to be self-aware. The problem is when many of y'all do stuff, you refuse to look in the mirror. You just don't want to do it. It's the hardest thing ever. And that is dangerous because you can't grow. What you gonna do with that? What you gonna do with that? You gonna stay right where you at. You might get worse. Actually, you might get worse. I don't want that for none of y'all. I really don't.
This is literally the cutest little charm bracelet I've ever seen.
And we gonna see another one. We gonna see another. It is cute. Don't get me wrong. Hold on a minute. How you say that? Terry. It's cute, but ma'am. That's how they get you right there. That's how they get you. The cute stuff.
Kind of need a new hairbrush. So I get all my press-ons from Marshall's, TJ Maxx, and they're literally $10. So I have these, which I think I definitely need. I don't need, but I'm saving money, you know?
Ma'am, this is a lot. Now, didn't I just tell y'all about them sales? The best sell is to not buy nothing at all that you don't need. That's the best sell. That is the best sell you can have. I don't care if they send you them little things in the mail where they talk about, oh, you come here, this is on sale. You gonna save the most money staying your tail at the house. Go shop in your closet. Go look at your inventory that you already have. That's the best sell. All that they're selling you is hopes and dreams and debt and debt. And they love that for you. They love it for you, actually. And you should hate that. You should hate that. You should hate that. They love that for you. Think about it like they love when I'm down bad. Like, just think about it like that. Like, they really do love when you're down bad. They love when you're using credit cards, buying up all their products. And when something happens to you, who got your back? Who gonna ride at dawn for you? Nobody. Picking up all their products, talking about, this is cute, this is so this is so that. And guess what? You catch a flat tire right now. That same company ain't sending AAA to come help you. You're on your own. You're on your own. And they want you to get your stuff fixed so you can come back and shop at their stores. Don't get that twisted. But other than that, they don't care about your well-being.
Getting my nails done, so I saw these too. Look how freaking cute these are. So I normally get this at but they have it here at Marshall's for $12 the cart. One thing that I'm looking for is a moonstone, and I'm not finding a moonstone. Kind of need it. Just kidding. Found one for $6. This is literally like one of my favorite brands ever, and I think I need the finishing spray. Why is this so cute?
Jesus, take the wheel. Take it. Hold me up. Hold me up, Lord. Hold me up. Everything. You see what I mean? I couldn't write a play better than this. Everything is cute. That's the problem. That is actually the problem. Start saying it's ugly. It's hideous. Monstrosity. Is that a word? I think. You know what I meant. A monstrosity. Hated it. Whatever you need to tell yourself, if you ain't got your emergency fund set up, everything should be ugly. Everything should be ugly. It's not up for debate. Everything is ugly. Everything is ugly. I don't want it. I don't need it. I don't need it. What does SpongeBob say? I don't need it. I definitely don't need it. And don't say that I need it at the end. No. Leave it. You don't need it. Actually, it's basic. I mean, it's kind of cute. It's kind of cute. Actually, it's basic because you don't need it. You don't need it. You gotta start doing an exercise here because I know it's gonna help somebody. I know it's gonna help somebody. I might sound crazy right now, but somebody's gonna go to the store and say, I don't need it. I definitely don't need it. Because you don't. Get your affairs in order, your priorities right, have you a budget laid out. Okay, cool. But if you're talking about you're broke and you're struggling, y'all, stay out the cute aisles. You ain't did enough training to win this fight. You're not ready yet. You're going in there without your armor. It's a losing battle. It's a losing battle. You know it and I know it.
This is small and I think I need it. Need a planner, but look how cute this is. I guess we'll take this one. What if it all works out? Wait, I need this. It's $20. What the yeet? I'm gonna love this one too. $20. You low-key want a throw blanket to throw my berries. I don't have a queen bed. That is so cute though. If you have a queen bed. I just found a little towel wrap. Okay, the trash can too, because I don't have a trash can in my room. It's kind of cute. How much? $12. Salts macaroons are $3. I think. Well, these nails. This is actually the perfume that I use. I don't know if anyone was looking for beaded purses, but they have a ton. I don't know if it's just me, but every time I'm in a Marshall's, I need to look at the shoe section. These are so cute. Okay, low-key love. I also love these too.
Girl, I thought you was getting stuff for your move, because you're moving out your parents' house. I understand the circumstance. You need stuff for the house. Marshall's is a cheaper option. So is Ross. Don't sleep on Ross. But man, why is you in the shoe? What are we doing? Respectfully, it says here, shop as a broke 24-year-old. Why is we looking at shoes when this supposed to be for a room? What the shoes got to do with it? You got the Jesus sandal straight from Jerusalem. Oh my gosh. I need y'all to stick to the script. Okay, when you go shop, and I'm not saying she has this issue, because I'm not here to self-diagnose nobody, but if you are a person who has an issue with going to the store and just buying a bunch of stuff, or you get distracted, go in there with a list. You need a list. You do not pass go, you do not collect 200. You go right where you need to go to get the stuff you need to get. I have a list when I grocery shop. Why? Discipline. Why? Because I know if I go in there without a list, I'm gonna start going through them little aisles in the middle. I'm gonna start wandering, I'm gonna do a little lollygagging, if you will. You know, I'm gonna go diddy-dollying through the aisles, see what I find. You know what I'm gonna find? A bunch of stuff I don't need, and that's what end up in my cart. Now I'm over here eating hot Cheetos at 11 p.m. at night when I'm supposed to be asleep. But if I had my list, wouldn't have got caught slipping. I would have got my fruits, my vegetables. I would have stayed on the outside aisles where the normally healthier stuff is. Nowadays, I don't know what's going on with the food, but the middle aisles wouldn't have got me. Same could be said here. Probably wouldn't have shoes in your hand if you stuck to the list of stuff that you need for your apartment, for your...
So Marshall's haul. First thing, super cute glass, a plant, one of these glasses, a brush, Barbie cup pajama set, which I need to throw on right now because it's 100 degrees in my room. Ice roller because I got mad bags right now. Protector, I forgot about that. Love it. A little toe thing. I got a cute little top. Love. Little necklace. Another toe thing. Got this texture spray, which need. Oh my god, I got so many things. I got this. 2 pairs of nails. Cute ass cup too. Love her. And I got an oil and I got a perfume. Love it.
Ma'am, I didn't see a trash can on there. What did you get for the room? Didn't she say she was going to get stuff for her room? Or is it just me? Let me play the beginning again.
Miss Shauna, I am a broke 24-year-old and I just moved out of my parents' house and now I am extremely poor. Let's go shop for my new room that I just moved out into at Marshall's under $100.
Now, ma'am, I'm glad that you had a budget, but where was the room stuff? See, this is why I like to go back, because I'll be feeling like I'm being gaslit when I'm watching these videos. I wasn't gaslit. I'm hip to the game. Did y'all see much stuff for a room? Like, she had a few decorations. Don't get me wrong. Girl, this right here, this is for aesthetics. Not a bath mat, curtain, a lamp. We got a glass and some fuzzy ferns or whatever that is. Okay, you see where that cute gets you? Do y'all see the cute? And no, I just need, and a lot of this stuff, it might be personal hygiene stuff, but personal hygiene stuff can get y'all too, y'all. And a lot of y'all like to sweep it under the guise of it's personal hygiene. Don't do that either. It's dangerous, because the next thing you know, you got 11 different soaps like the people on Shower Talk, and you got too much of the hygiene stuff, not enough of the stuff you actually need. Like, where the trash bags at? Where's, a toothbrush? So, she says here, for everyone who is saying I'm not broke, and this is just satire, I just moved out my parents' house and I'm no longer in communication with them. They funded my life. I make only $35,000 per year. But she says, I bought inexpensive stuff before with my paychecks while I was living with my parents. Mind you, I put everything on a credit card. I don't have a lot of money to my name. Don't judge a book by its cover. Also, everything you see on the internet is not real. Now, what's interesting is the next comment she left. She said, living a completely different life. I was very fortunate to live with my parents for so long and live a lavish life. I look rich because I had financial freedom at my parents' house. Now, paying rent, insurance, groceries, gas, car payments, and credit card bills, taxes, the list goes on. I'm definitely considered low class in California, upside down, smiley face. In California, with $35,000 a year. My. To be honest, it's worse than I thought. I'm just being honest. It's worse than I thought. Because she's in California. Even the goods and services in California are high. She had a $800 car note for a Jeep. And what's interesting here is this statement here. It said, I look rich because I had financial freedom at my parents' house. And I don't know what financial freedom is to many of you all. What is that then? Even when the last time I lived with my parents was when I was like 18. As soon as I turned 18, I was gone. But at no point, even living with them for that short couple of months, did I think financially free, even though I had a job. That doesn't mean you're financially free. Financial freedom may look different for many people. And I'll say that. What some people say they need in order to be financially free might be way less than the next person. For example, some people can say to you, hey, I only need $100,000 a year to feel financially free for my predicament, right? Somebody else might say, I need $1 million to be financially free. And the reasons why might vary. Somebody who has an income of $100,000 living in like New York with 3 kids, they might not feel financially free. Somebody who is single, perhaps making $100,000 in New York, doesn't have any children and doesn't live a crazy life, lives really below their means, doesn't mind having a roommate or living in conditions that other people might find unfavorable, that might be more than enough for them to feel financially free. Shoot, there are people who live in cheaper states than that. They make $60,000, maybe they're married, and there's 2 people in the household. Depending on the dynamics, do they have children? Do they have a lot of expenses? Do they have a lot of debt? They might feel financially free with 2 people making like $60,000 a year. Do you see what I mean? So I won't say, oh my gosh, you were living with your parents and you felt financially free because you didn't have to pay bills. But I will say this. I don't know how she came to that conclusion about freedom when there was in fact still debt. And I don't think all debt is created equal. Like if she was talking about credit cards and headlights that she got for herself and all this other consumer debt that she allegedly ran up, I'm not really sure the freedom was really free, or maybe she didn't have to really think about the debt. You know what I mean? Maybe she didn't have to think about the stuff she was doing because she was living with her parents. And maybe that was the freeing part. But when you live by yourself, everything is on you. Like that whole list of stuff she named, rent, insurance, groceries, gas, card payments, credit card bills, the list goes on and on. When you're living with your parents, a lot of that stuff, you're not feeling that. You're not feeling the electricity bill, the water bill, the internet bill, the bill just to breathe, dang it. You're not feeling it. The minute you jump off the porch at 25, like, oh, it's like, oh, life just smacks you in the face. It's like, oh, I'm getting beat up. I'm getting jumped. It's like, this is what everybody's dealing with. Yeah. This is what other people who aren't living with their parents are dealing with. And don't get me wrong, it's a blessing to be able to live with your parents for as long as you can. I don't think people should be shamed for living with their parents. But I think if you are living with your parents, especially up until the age of 25, you shouldn't be, in my opinion, coming out in the world in worse shape than a lot of the 18-year-olds. It says a lot about the time that you spent and what you spent doing with that time. Or may I say what you spent not doing with that time. Don't live with your parents and rack up a bunch of debt, y'all. This video don't show you nothing else. That is not what you want to do. Now you're trying to figure out life and undo all of the mess you made from 18 to 25, because now you're grown. You can do what you want. You can run up credit cards legally. They'll let you do it. You're grown and it's going to be on you. Your mom and dad, they ain't gonna save you from the credit card. Like they maybe might pay off your debt, but odds are that they probably would want you to stay there, put yourself in a good financial situation, not dig yourself into debt. You know that. So y'all, if you are in a blessed enough situation to have that set up, take advantage of it and go in the positive direction, not in the negative. Like negative is the debt. It is the debt. It is. And ma'am, they said you just buying any and everything. Others saying suddenly living off of making $35K a year with $2K plus bills a month means we gotta prioritize wants versus needs, babes. And she says, I'm trying, babes. I need you to try harder. I say that with love. I know that was probably harsh. I need you to try hard. Your hardest. Dig deep. Dig deep. Ma'am, you in California. This ain't the little leagues. And ma'am, plot thickens. Wait. This comment says, definitely went over your budget. She says, cheers to credit card debt. Ma'am, I hope you're playing. For my sanity, you're playing. You just trolling. This is satire. That part, for sure. I believe everything else you said, but that's gotta be satire for my mental. Yeah. Satire. Other saying, I'm broke, but watch me drop a bunch of money on jewelry and nails. I'm so glad I'm a 90s kid. Definitely knew what broke meant. Other saying, didn't need any of that. And she said, literally. And I also want to say this. She might not have it, but I also want to say, if you are truly broke, like so broke that you're trying to figure out, do you get that pack of ramen noodles or do you get press-on nails? I don't think they get the press-on nails. I'm not gonna say everybody, but when survival instincts really kick in because you're broke, that's a different type of broke. And I think many people watching this video maybe have experienced different levels of broke, and ma'am, this might look very unfamiliar to them. It might look very unfamiliar to people who have experienced different levels of broke that did not involve a shopping haul from Marshalls. And I'm only saying this because this looks very first world broke. This looks very California sedity broke. Decorations would have been the last thing on my mind if I'm really broke. So I can understand where the critique is coming from, but I also can understand that with credit cards, especially in America, credit cards, the lack of people telling themselves no goes very far. It goes very far. It does. Hope she stayed on her budget, and I hope she continues to budget. Everybody needs one. Everybody. But you especially need one. It's just you.
Because apparently TikTok is now funding my recovery. So if you saw my video with my dad that almost got 1 million views, yeah, a lot has happened since then. Everyone in the comments keeps saying things like, oh, he loves you so much. And honestly, at that time, I thought so too. But social media is weird because you can post a happy little 30-second clip and people think they know your entire life story. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, my family situation completely fell apart. Long story short, sibling drama turned into me getting kicked out. My dad took my sister's side, and now I'm temporarily living at my boss's house. And honestly, it feels like the strangest crossover episode of my life because emotionally, I am going through it, but why am I doing yoga every morning and using a luxury espresso martini machine? I meant coffee machine. But I'm living better than I ever did at home. And before people start assuming things, no, I'm not making this video for pity or to bash my family. I'm just being honest because I feel like social media only shows the polished version of people's lives. Right now, I'm just trying to work, heal, save money, and figure out what my next step is. And honestly, I'm grateful for the people who stepped up for me when I needed it the most. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk.
To be fair, this video looks like it was before the haul. I'm not sure why she got out of her parents' house. I'm only saying that because people are in the comments asking, what did you do? And she said she can't talk about it due to legal stuff. And that's, between her and her family. The things we can take from this video are sometimes things aren't always what they seem. And if you're an adult, even if you are living with your parents, start saving and putting away money and financially preparing yourself for if that doesn't last forever. Just prepare for if it doesn't. If they would love to keep you as long as they can and you'd love to stay there for as long as they'll keep you, that's fine. But if you are above 18, they don't have to keep you in their house forever. Okay? They don't. It sucks, especially if you're not ready to go out. But just the truth of the matter. If you have a job and you're staying with your parents, put something aside. This will be the best time to prepare an emergency fund because you ain't got no big bills, especially if you have a job. Get a job so you can at least start putting something away for yourself, or in the event you have an emergency, or maybe the emergency is that you can't stay with them no more. That could happen for many different reasons. But I would hate to see more younger folks getting on TikTok, blowing money when they had the opportunity to save, and this be the story we're seeing. This is the stories we're seeing. All of that stuff you bought, that materialistic stuff, it's not going to matter. Nobody cares because real life smacks you in the face. It really does. It smacks you in the face, especially when you don't have nobody but you. And I really am wishing her well. But I need to know what y'all think about all this down below. Do y'all think she's rich? Do y'all think she's trolling? Do y'all think it's satire? Or do you believe her? Do you believe that this is what being broke for some people really does look like? And does she just not look like what she's been through? And tell me, are you a person who doesn't look like what you've been through? Comment down below. But I know one thing. We got to start making better decisions today in order to have a better future.